Home sweet home.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons we love Shadow and Bone Season 2.
There's adventure, danger, money. Now you're speaking my language.
For this list, we'll be looking at the exciting return to the Grishaverse and all the strengths of the first season that have been amplified on this second trip. Be advised, this video will contain some spoilers, but we'll try to avoid giving away too many specifics. Are you planning to brave the fold and return to Ravka? Tell us what you're most excited to see in the comments. Number 10. New Faces.
Who are you?
Well, you don't know me. Maybe in profile.
Part of the strength of Shadow and Bone is its wide array of compelling characters, and Season 2 brought several great new additions into the story. Who doesn't love a few good pirates, after all?
Privateer. Don't know the difference. The difference is I have a license. And a healthy love for innovation.
Along with the captain known as Sturmhond, we get his lieutenants, Tolya and Tamar. The twins are a strong addition to any scene, whether for their deadly fighting skills or just for their laid-back good humor, even if not all of their talents are always appreciated.
Poetry.
Long may the night whose dark
No, there'll be none of that.
Back in Ketterdam, we pick up Wylan. Gentle and unassuming, you would never guess that this character would make such a bang.
Where did that come from?
My demolitions expert.
Expert? I mean, yes, expert.
Indeed, the Crow's new explosion specialist quickly becomes a vital component to the success of both their mission and the season. Number 9. Exploring the map. While we got a taste of the island nation of Ketterdam in Season 1, most of the story transpired in Ravka. The fold-ravaged country remains the central location of Season 2, but we also get more of a sense of the wider world of the Grishaverse.
Well, that's if they let us into the country first.
We just keep our cool. Once we get past the checkpoint, we'll be free and clear. There's so much to do.
The season opens with Alina and Mal arriving in Novia Zem. This peaceful, prosperous place strikes a strong contrast to Ravka, both aesthetically and culturally.
You're a jurist.
Oh, so we need to not use such narrow terms. We all Zawa, blessed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Back across the True Sea, we rejoin the Crows on their home turf. The Ketterdam underworld of Season 1 gets a bit more fleshed out, with factions coming into clearer focus, and Kaz's feud with crime king Pekka Rollins taking center stage. And later episodes whisk us away on yet more interesting travels.
So, to get to him, we go to his fence.
Oval Saran. Just a tea shop in Beiju.
Number 8. Side quest to Shu Han.
Dear, we've come all this way for this.
Ravka's southern neighbor has been alluded to in both Shadow and Bone's book and television series, but in Season 2 we finally get to visit it when the Crows go with Tolya and Zoya to retrieve a mythic sword.
Yes, the future of Ravka and my payments depend on it. I'm aware.
It's more than the future of Ravka at stake. If we fail, Shuhan, Fierda, Ketterdam, and beyond, they will all feel the weight of the Darkling bear down on them.
Way to up the stakes.
Not only does the mission have vital implications for the plot, but their adventures there help lay down some important foundation for the development of multiple characters. In some stories, these branching plot lines can feel like a distraction, but Shadow and Bone really makes the most of its side quest. It also uses the Asian inspirations that inform Shu Han to give us one of the best fight scenes of the season. We hope future plots will give us more time to explore this setting.
Tolya, I was actually looking to buy some firing powders. Do you want to come?
Always been a fan of shopping?
Number 7. Dual Perspectives. Season 1 expanded on book characters like General Kerrigan, but still stayed closest to Alina's point of view. Season 2 pushes even further, spending a significant portion of time with Kerrigan as he and Alina oppose each other from afar.
Perhaps now you're getting an inkling of what it's like to be hunted. But you still have no idea what it means to fake countless deaths, to have to reinvent yourself after every rebirth, to lose every loved one to sickness, desperation, hate.
Though he is never made sympathetic, we do get to really appreciate the complexity in him, from the reasoning for his actions to his fraught relationship with his mother. We also see him at his most fragile, as he endures the physical cost of his powers.
My Nichevoya. And they are with me always. In the darkness.
These choices all make Kirigan a much more nuanced character. Though he is still unquestionably a villain, he is far more human and far more interesting than his facade suggests, and the story feels more rounded out as a result.
I understand things about power that you've years yet to learn.
It's not all about power, though, is it?
Number 6. A longer shadow and a higher profile. Blunt, pragmatic Bagra played a key role in Season 1, both as Alina's teacher and as the one to sound the alarm on Kirigan's true intentions. Season 2 gives her even more play within the story.
I'm going to tell you a story I used to tell a little boy, filled with shadow.
Not only does she continue to advise Alina, but she's able to act as one of the few people who can get under Kirigan's skin, and their dynamic is always interesting to watch. Also getting a welcome boost is Nina Zenik.
Nina Zenik, at your service.
Nina
Zenik? Well, that's a reaction. Is there a famous Nina Zenik that I don't know?
She spent Season 1 largely isolated from the main story, but as Kaz's new heartrender, now she's thriving right in the thick of it. The crows always seemed like a well-oiled machine, but capable, witty Nina was apparently the missing element all along.
I like having her around.
And I like truth.
Number 5. The game is afoot, or rather, a wing again.
Either she used this to pay you off to keep quiet about where she was going, or you found her bloody corpse and stole it off her neck like vultures.
How dare you? How even... We are not vultures. We are crows.
Much though we love our Ravkan heroes, it's the crows most of us want to take off with. The only thing that's changed in Season 2 is that there's more of them to love. The crows act as a bridge in the story between some sense of realism and the fantastical elements of the Grishaverse. Though they come with heightened skills of their own, their concerns feel closer to being relatable.
You're wanted for murder. What? We just got back in town. Unless it's a crime to kill Volcra. Very funny, gunslinger.
They can always be counted on for an exciting heist, and their group dynamic is endlessly fun to watch. This season explores their bonds more deeply, but doesn't skimp on any of the criminally good action we've come to expect from this group.
We do have our adventures. We should hire a writer to jot down our story.
Number 4. Expanded backstories. We definitely respond to Kaz's stoic mastermind and Jesper's wisecracking gunslinger, but we were always waiting for the day we'd get to dig deeper on both of them. Season 2 obliges this curiosity.
You knew.
About you being a durast. Your gun misfired in Arkin's train. You fixed it without moving.
Jesper's secret abilities come up early, but it takes a while before it's clear why he was hiding his talents in the first place. A few heart-to-heart talks and a vision sequence give us answers, as well as helping him along a satisfying arc to self-acceptance.
I don't want to hide who I am anymore. For a million reasons.
Kaz, on the other hand, remains a work in progress. Through flashbacks, we see the tragic losses that forged him. However, we also see the lingering effect of the trauma, which is something he hasn't completely faced yet.
I will have you. Without your armor, Gasbrook. I will not have you at all.
Number 3. Deeper Shadows. Like many fantasies, Shadow and Bone revolves around the threat posed by one great looming supernatural force. However, while General Kirigan and his Shadowfold are the most immediate danger to Ravka, there are deeper issues afflicting the country that can't be solved by banishing the darkness.
Your obsession with the Fold is naive. Destroying it won't solve Ravka's problems. They've hated us and hunted us long before the Fold existed.
We saw stirrings of political unrest in Season 1, but Season 2 digs into the country's unsavory side, with the expanded Fold being used to justify the renewed persecution of the widely distrusted Grisha.
It's not us you should be worrying about now. It's the things inside the fold.
We also witness the very personal harm done to people by a royal family who doesn't see them as human. Though Ravka has protectors who want to save it, it's clear that the fold is just the start of a long reckoning that must be had.
What was done to me could never be undone. What I want to know is whether or not you truly mean to fix all that is broken about Ravka, or if you were just destined to repeat the failures of our previous kings.
Number 2. Love is all around. Is love strength or is it weakness? That question is a theme throughout the entire season, and one keenly explored in a whole spectrum of romantic relationships.
Remember what I told you about True North, Cardinal North?
Of course. You're talking about us. About home. How you could always find it.
Of course, Alina's bond with Mal continues to play an important role in her story. However, the series avoids tired traps like dwelling on love triangles, or quadrangles, to quite literally spread the love around. From the flirty sweetness of Tamar and Nadia, to the mutual longing between Kaz and Inej, Genya and David give us some heart-melting highlights, and we see the deep understanding beneath their long-term crushes.
But what's inside you? It's steel. It's brave and unbreakable, and it doesn't need fixing. You don't need fixing.
Great as they are, this season's OTP status goes to Jesper and Wylan. Relatably awkward as they fumble through the start of their relationship, we can't get enough of this adorable pair.
I want to stand with you in front of all the determa ox things to come.
Actually, it's a determa. Deterra. Never mind.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Room to grow. The end of Season 2 puts us out into uncharted waters.
What are we if not experts in uncharted waters? Deal us in, brother. Who's ready to test their mettle?
Though we see the main conflict of the Shadow and Bone book series resolved, there's nothing but open horizons for the characters. For one thing, the show has already woven together different Grishaverse series, and there are indications that that trend will continue going forward.
An opportunity has presented itself. The most lucrative job we've ever taken.
There's also room for invention, as every character is left in a place that promises a new start of some kind. Whether it's a new heist, a new adventure, or a new era for Ravka, everyone is set up to turn the next page. And potential threats have already started to emerge. Whatever awaits our heroes in the future will undoubtedly bring excitement, and we can't wait to go along for the ride.
Shall we?
I think we shall.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.